some long deep breaths while we get a few more people in the room. Good morning, Fredo. Good morning. Glad you made it. So let's just sit up tall in our seats and take in this beautiful mantra. Stretching your crown chakra up towards the ceiling, your tailbone into the earth. Finding that beautiful good morning, finding that beautiful seat of yours. We're on day 6 of our 7-day Kriya to remove fear, sadness, and grief. So you guys are just total rock stars. So own that rock star and let's breathe. So there's about 20 of you that have been pretty much here every day for the last, well, every day for the last 2 weeks, but every day for this really special cleanse that we've been doing, the Kriya to remove fear, sadness, and grief. And we will come back to this. I mean, you can do it more than once. The videos are coming, I think, today or tomorrow morning. We're meeting after this class. And so you can keep it going. You can do it more than 7 days, but it's at least 7 days. And I just wanted to take a moment. I was reading a little bit of Gabor Mate last night, and it's so appropriate for why we're doing this. And just so everybody knows, I have like a really fun week planned for next week. So we're going to work more with becoming more magnetic and abundance, even though that might seem totally crazy, and the orgasmic frequency and creativity and all of that stuff. But for this week, we're working on these kind of deep, sticky places, and although we are in something that is so challenging for many of us, and but it's the resources that we have, if you can call them resources, of fear, grief, and sadness that are keeping us from being able to kind of like go through. Anybody watch Westworld out there? You know how they go through that crack in reality out into the valley beyond. I mean, that's really what we're doing. So we're getting ourselves ready. We're getting ourselves beautiful and clear for that. So I just want to read this to you. It's an interview, and it said, "What is your definition of trauma?" It's important to define it actually, because people use the word like God, and who knows what someone means when they say God. It could be punitive, dictatorial father figure with a white beard, and someone else might mean the essence of pure love in the world. The origin of the word trauma is the Greek word for wound. Trauma is a wound. How I think about it is that if I wounded you, if I cut your flesh, the healing would involve scar tissue forming. If the wound was great enough, you'd get a big scar, and that would be without nerve endings, so you wouldn't feel, and it would be much less flexible than your normal tissue. Trauma is when there is a loss of feeling and there is reduced flexibility and responding to the world. See, that's what's going on now. That's what we're doing our best to clear up at least a couple of layers. You know, you don't have to do it perfectly. So I thought this is the best part. Trauma, or the best, it's all relative. Trauma is a psychic wound that hardens you psychologically, that then interferes with your ability to grow and develop, which is what we need right now. We need to be able to grow, and we're human beings. We are like the most flexible species on the planet. Like, we can move through this, and you know, even if everything looks totally different. So trauma is a psychic wound that hardens you psychologically, that then interferes with your ability to grow and develop. It pains you, and now you're acting out of pain. Trauma is not what happens to you, it's what happens inside you as a result of what happened to you. It induces fear, and now you're acting out of fear. So without knowing it, your whole life is regulated by fear and pain that you're trying to escape from. Trauma is that scarring that makes you less flexible, more rigid, less feeling, more defended. And so the thing about that is that, you know, like whenever you feel a contraction, which is what I talk about here, and that's the thing about Kundalini, you don't have to understand where the trauma came from or why you're reacting. You just have to notice the contraction and then move the energy out to make a more open feel. That's what we're doing. I mean, if you want to get kind of clever about it, you can, but you really just have to, the body will respond. I mean, 80% of what goes on for you in your life is this defensive it's like a reflex. So if we can kind of get behind that defensiveness, you're going to release this ecstatic leadership that you're all capable of, or just ecstatic anything. That's what's behind the contraction. So that's why we're here. So even though you might think this isn't a particularly sexy Kriya, it really is. So let's warm up. I love you all. Thank you for listening to that. Okay, so first warm up we're going to do is we're going to get on our, sit on our heels and do a spinal flex here. So bring your hands into your knees. Fingertips are a few inches from the tips of your knees. Keep your elbows in towards your waist. Open your heart. So keep your head still, your shoulders over your hips, your elbows into your waist, and just inhaling the chest forward and exhaling back. So it's this like snake-like motion, and we're creating a pump of the Kundalini, of the collagen, of all that life force energy. And it's moving anyway, but that sacrum, that porous bone at the base of your spine can get jammed really easily, especially if you're sitting all day, if you're on the computer a lot. So it's really good. You're loosening that up, and then that's moving more energy. So focus in and up at the third eye, and open your heart even more, and exhale back. And if you're using mantra, you can use a sat on the inhale, that's truth, and nam on the exhale, identity. Truth is my identity, and keep it going. You can go a little bit faster. Doing a seated spinal flex instead of our usual cat-cow. So sitting on the heels. You can do this in the easy pose too if it's not comfortable, but it's better on your heels. Almost there. Inhale, open, exhale back. Inhale, open, exhale back. Inhale, open, exhale back. Inhale, open, exhale back. And we're going to go right into, come to neutral and draw up on the little bond and bring the tongue to the roof of the mouth. I was reading the Gabor Mate and I didn't tune in. So let's just do a really quick blessing. Just sit there. It's great because you just moved your spine, so the energy's flowing. We're going to do a special blessing. I thought of this meditation this morning. So I want you to close your eyes and make a line from your nose to your pubic bone, so straight down the center of the body, and then across your breasts. And where those two meet, I want you to bring your fingertips and press in at that point. The heart, that's where the heart chakra is. The heart chakra is a field, but just press your fingers in there to bring your body consciousness in there. It's a field, it's not a point, but so bring it in there. And inside, somewhere floating inside behind your fingertips, I want you to visualize a flame. And long, deep breathing. Eyes are closed. You're bringing all of your awareness to that flame. And on the inhale, you're feeling, seeing the flame getting brighter. And on the exhale, it doesn't go out, it just contracts. So it's like a pulse. So inhaling, it gets brighter. Exhaling, it gets a little smaller. Inhaling. So it's again that expansion and contraction. It's just natural. I want you to keep with the breath as deep as you can into your belly, making that brightness expand so it goes from behind your heart and starts to fill your chest cavity. Keep breathing in and out. And soon that glow should begin to fill the whole abdomen, should begin to fill the whole body. So if you're visualizing, you're visualizing. If you're really feeling it, you're really feeling it. It really doesn't make any difference. Just keep it going. And then begin to see a glow around your whole body. Keep your eye on that flame, the original flame behind your heart, and then expand the light to fill the room that you're in. You can go gradually, whatever feels good for you. And then begin to fill the whole house or the apartment, and then you can move on into the building, and you can move on into the neighborhood. You can move on into your town or city. Keep the long, deep breathing and keep the focus on your heart flame. And take it as big as you feel you can in this moment. This is a meditation you can do at any time, and you can sit here for a while. Don't push yourself. Just see the glow. Keep the inhale in bringing the flame larger and brighter, and the exhale just pulses in a little bit. So take it as far as you can right now. And then inhale, drop on the mulban, bring the tongue to the roof of the mouth and seal that meditation. And bring your hands to your heart. And just come into easy pose. If those of you who are still on your heels, we're going to go right into the practice now. So those of you who are new, the first three parts of this Kriya, the first three postures, are with the tongue, using the HAR mantra, the source energy, God as a creative force. So, those of you who've been here for a while, hopefully you're already starting. You're flicking your hands out at a 60-degree angle and then out to the side, parallel to the floor. And you're saying har, but the R has a D kind of feeling to the end of it, so it's a hada, hada, hada. And you're clearing your energetic space. Hada, 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 hada. It's a flicking motion. So it's both fierce and forceful, and it's also like you're so powerful you just have to flick it away. You're clearing any toxicity of your own, any toxicity in your environment, any toxicity in the transpersonal. I had some very heavy dreams before waking this morning, clearing that space. Hada, 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 hada. The motion is a forceful flicking forward at 60 degrees and then out to the side, and the mantra is hada, hada, hada. Hada being the creative source energy of the God force. Hada, hada. And you're clearing your energy field, you're defining your boundaries, you're creating an open, light source, both within and without. Hara, 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 hara. One more minute. Hara, 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 hara. Deepen your resolve, deepen your commitment. Tomorrow's our last day. We're almost there. Home stretch. Hara, 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 hara. Now continue with your mouth open wide and your tongue out. Ha, ha, but keep the har coming, even if it sounds weird. And really open your mouth and really feel it's cleansing your whole body. So it's cleansing the physical body here, and as well as the subtle body. Hara, ha, 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 ha. And you know, you can throw a yogi smile in there. Relax your face. It will relax your whole body, but it will also really relax your belly, your sex chakra, your root chakra. So put a smile in there. Ha, 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 ha. Enjoy yourself. Ha, 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 ha. Mouth open wider, tongue all the way to the floor. Less than a minute left. Ha, 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 ha. We're flicking our hands forward in a 60-degree angle and then straight out to the sides, parallel to the floor. Tongue is out, mouth is wide, and it's a hada, hada, but with your tongue out. Ha, 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 ha. Last 30 seconds, so really commit. You're clearing. This is the one thing you can do for yourself, is to make interior space for yourself, is to make light for yourself. How much do you want it? Ha, 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 ha. Okay. Close your mouth, bring your tongue in for a sec. Find your posture. Get your shoulders over your hips. Bring your hands into right angles. Elbows are lifted, so the upper arms are parallel to the floor. Fingers are the Jupiter finger, pointing finger in. The thumb is on the fingernail. The other fingers are pointing up. We're going to go back into the open mouth har, twisting from side to side. Ha, 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 ha. Ha, really define your center line. Hi, Sarah. Really define your center line. Crown chakra is rooted in the stars. Tailbone is rooted into the center of the earth. So as you're coming around, you're just moving the arms around this perfect integrity. That is your center. That is your balance. That is your mutuality with the world right there. If you can hold that space. Ha, 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 ha. Last 15 seconds. Ha, 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 ha. Define your posture. Lift those elbows. Find the integrity of your spine. Ha, ha. And come to center. Keep your elbows up. Close your eyes if they're not closed already. In and up at the third eye and squeeze. Lift the mulban, which is the pelvic floor. Feel the kundalini rising the front and back of the body. Make it gorgeous, guys. Really feel that power that you're creating. And then just let it dissipate because you know there's going to be more. Just let it rise out of you. Exhale. Looks like a fountain. That's what you guys are. Kundalini fountains. Inhale again, keep your arms up, and hold and squeeze. Smile, tongue to the roof of your mouth, and exhale. And you can get on your mats right now in child pose. Hi, beauties. So, I think you all know what child pose is, but I will demonstrate. We're getting super sleepy. Super comfortable. You're going to be here for a bit, so if you need a pillow, I want you to be able to press your third eye into the ground. You're praying. So we're going to get like really simple, really simple, really soft. The prayers for the original self. The mantra. Again, this isn't a Kundalini mantra, but the mantra I'm giving you is, please God, remove my fear and return me to what you would have me be. Those of you who are just dropping in, we're doing the Kriya to remove fear, grief, and sadness. And in that mantra, please God, remove my fear and return me to what you would have me be. Just find what that place is for you. What is yourself? We were talking in the beginning about trauma and how trauma just creates these automatic reactions, and that's what we're working on, so that we can be really ready to fly and to enjoy this new world and new opportunities. It's only scary because it doesn't look like what we know, and we need to be together and resonant. And I'm not spiritual bypassing, like you need to be happy. We just need to, it's kind of like hygiene. We just need to take care of ourselves so that we can see each other and we can receive, we can give. So get heavy, get into child pose, bring your forehead to the ground. Feel held. Bring your electromagnetic field into the field of the mother. And rest. The earth is just asking you to rest all day long. That's what gravity is. She's just pulling your bones in. So feel that heaviness. And if you know this mantra, you can sing it out loud or to yourself. If you're just starting to get part of it, you can still move your lips or make some kind of noise. You can hum to yourself. The is a warrior mantra, and the idea is that it's an army of the original selves. That's what we're coming. That's what we're coming back to. That's what we're restoring ourselves. We're like resetting the operating system. We're recalibrating. Enjoy. Saying, just keep giving it up to the earth. She's been just waiting for this moment where we all slow down. She's not infirmed. She's ancient, but she's hardly delicate, and she's there for you, each of you. So take a moment to just seal that part of your practice. deep breaths. And get yourself ready for the last two postures, coming into a seated pose, an easy pose. And bring your hands into your lap. Let your head hang heavy. Just let your whole posture go. Just slump into it. Allow yourself to get super negative, super dejected. Go to all those places that might feel hopeless or ugly or like not socially acceptable, wherever they are. Those of you who've been practicing for the last week, get into it. Look for the stuff that you were couldn't even see 5 days ago, and just pour it out from your third eye, pour it out from your mouth, let the tears flow, pour it out from your throat chakra, from your heart, into your hands, into your lap, just let it flow. And again, just feel that calling, feel that gravity, feel that calling of the earth, just feel the bones heavy, just let everything let the muscles fall away from the bones, just deep surrender, whatever you can muster, and it's all perfect. Even if you can't surrender, just keep the focus. And if you know the mantra, you can sing it to yourself. The lyrics, you are pervading in all the four directions. You are enjoying in all the four directions. You are self-illumined. You are profoundly beautiful. You are united with all. You are the destroyer of the torments of birth and death. You are the embodiment of mercy. You are ever within us. You are the everlasting giver of indestructible power. And as we learned in the beginning of this class, that is the everything, and you are the everything. So that's you, and that's whoever you are praying to.
Chakravarti chatur chakar bhugate swayamba sabam sarvada sarva jugate tukalam pranasi deyalam sarupe sadayam sange abhangam vibhute chatur chakravarti chatur chakar bhugate swayamba sabam sarvada sarva jugate tukalam pranasi deyalam sarupe sadayam sange abhangam vibhute.
We're sitting in easy pose, letting our heads hang heavy, letting go of the whole posture, just slumping over, letting the darkness, the hopelessness pour out. Whatever it is, I can't even bring words to it. You know where it is. It's like whatever you've been holding on to just cope and be there for other people, be there for your children, be there to be nice to your roommates. I know that's a little rough for me sometimes. Be nice to your family, be on a million Zoom calls, or saying no to everyone. Whatever it is that you're holding on to, just pour it out here. Just go there. Give yourself permission.
सज व्रत घोर मती मट बोल न माल तीर्थ दान chant.
Bring yourself up, straighten yourself out, find your posture, find your seat, bring your shoulders over your hips, lift your crown chakra up, anchor it into the stars, feel your tailbone, feel that beautiful shimmery tether of your tailbone into the center of the earth. Bring your shoulder blades back, soften and expand the surface area of the heart. Chin is slightly tucked. Eyes are still in and up at the third eye. Begin to broadcast your clear vision, your prayer, your strength, your resilience, your just your resonance of exactly who you are without having to correct anything. And broadcast that from your third eye out onto the horizon. Hands are either in Gyan Mudra or just in your lap. If they're Gyan Mudra, either up or down on your knees. And feel that beauty, feel that strength, feel the victory. You know, people resist those words, victory and pride. It's only because we've been so screwed up that those words don't mean anything. But now we're making this love army. You know, we are organizing, and this practice, you matter, your practice matters. So feel that. And hold that space. Deep breathing. Keep lengthening your spine. Keep holding that space. Really sit up. Feel what it means to sit up. And smile, and radiate, and project, and receive. I love you.
Chatur Chakravarti, Chatur Chakra Bhugate, Swayambha Sabang Sarvada Sarva Jugate, Tukalam Pranasi, Deyalam Sarupe,
Chant if you know the words or hum with your lips. Get a little loud.
Chatur Chakravarti, Chatur Chakra Bhugate, Swayambha Sabang Sarvada Sarva Jugate, Tukalam Pranasi, Deyalam Sarupe, Sadayang Sange, Abhangam Vibhute. Chatur Chakravarti, Chatur Chakra Bhugate, Swayambha Sabang Sarvada Sarva Jugate, Tukalam Pranasi, Deyalam Sarupe, Sadayang Sange, Abhangam Vibhute.
Inhale. Bring both hands to your heart. You are boundless. You are deathless. You can move beyond whatever inner restraints you've accumulated in your lifetime. Anything that's stopping you from living freely, you can live freely even when you can't leave your home. I appreciate you so much. We have one more day of this practice. I will be making the practice available for those of you who want to continue. And we'll be moving into some higher energy next week, which will only be more ecstatic because of the work we did this week. Take a moment with your hands on your heart before we leave to gift and project this practice to whoever in your life needs it. I super adore all of you so much. Please let me know how you are and let me know if you have any questions. A couple of you asked for the elixir prayer, and I'm going to put that up in my timeline. So I'll put that up in a little while, so you can just get that there. And if for some reason you miss it, just DM me. Just DM me. I'm here. I'm just like the rest of you, and I love you so much. Okay, see you tomorrow, everybody. Have a beautiful day.